Well, good Monday morning to everyone. This is your girl Monique, Uplifted Moments with Mo. I hope you are having a great Monday morning on this fabulous day of sevens, July 17, 2017. I am having a spectacular morning. I am just blessed in the Lord and just excited about this month. Our topic about relationships. I just feel that as we're talking about relationships and building strong foundations about what a real relationship is, sharing testimonies of other people's relationships, and then for those of you that may be in relationships that's mimicking a relationship, on our video that we did last week called Are You in a Situationship? We talked about how those are relationships that can mimic a real relationship, but there's no real commitment, there's no real substance to those type of situations. I don't even want to call it a relationship. Those type of situations in your lives. And now is a time we that want to be in a relationship, want to be married, want to be in a committed relationship with someone. We have to know those red flags, those signs. We have to watch their actions. We have to know if they're making us empty promises or not. We can't put down our standards. And, we just got to continue to be our authentic selves. So, check out my video on Are You in a Situationship? Uplifted with Mo. It's going to bless you. It's awesome. I share a little bit of my testimony of the situationships that I was in. And, some of the implications and things that I had to kind of go through to know that, girl, you ain't in no real relationship. You in a situationship. So, get it together. So I got it together. Bless the Lord. Hallelujah. So I just want to encourage you and encourage other people and some of my viewers that will be sharing their testimony. Actually, this week we're going to be doing a taping with Pastor Jamie and Christy Wheeler in South Carolina. They're going to share their story of their relationship and that they've been married 10 years and just some things that they had to do to kind of bring down those walls, become vulnerable with one another, and begin to trust each other in their relationship. So we will definitely talk about that. But this morning, you guys, and I mean, God is just dropping it like it's hot. Really, like he really is. This morning in meditation, God began to speak to me, and and I was kind of replaying some of the things that I kind of went through in my situationship, and he entitled this topic my imaginary life. I'm like, okay, my imaginary life. And what he began to tell me, he said, so many times we as people, when we meet somebody, we click with them, we're vibing with them. And what we do, because we want them so bad, or we want to be in a relationship so bad, we begin to imagine. We begin to start planning the wedding. We begin to start planning how our life is going to be. We just got the whole thing planned out in our head, and nothing's tangible. Nothing's real. It's all in our imagination. So today we're going to talk about my imaginary life. Okay, so as I was dealing with this and getting this together, I don't know if you guys remember the game M.A.S.H, right? M.A.S.H. So I remember in middle school playing M.A.S.H, and probably in high school, but don't tell nobody that. I remember playing M.A.S.H, and really basically what M.A.S.H was, you would have to list the top 4 guys that you liked. You would have to list the top 4 cars that you would like to drive, and you would actually have to list some 4 numbers, and that would represent the number of children that you would want to have in your life. And then at the end of it, you would spell out the word M.A.S.H. M, which stood for man, you would live in a mansion. A, which stood for you would live in an apartment. S, which stood for you would live in a shack. Or H stood for you would live in a house, right? So I remember, we would do this, we play this game M.A.S.H, and, we would put out everything that we want. So, and then after you kind of put out everything that you want, you would actually have to pick a number. So, you know, like you pick a number 4, number 7, whatever the case may be. And then after you pick your number, then your friends, they will go through the each topic, and they would just start 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as soon as they eliminate all of the options in that category except for one, in each category you would circle that, and then that would be your life, right? So, and I played it this morning because I got issues. So this morning when I played it, I did, and these names are not real. I just picked the 4 gospel writers. Okay, so I did mine, and my number, I picked the number 7. So my husband is going to be Luke. All right, Luke, he was a physician, wasn't he? Okay, we're going to have some money. All right, so my husband's going to be Luke. I am going to be driving a Range Rover. Go Mo. All right. I'm going to have no children, which is crazy because I already got one child. So, okay. That's why we're going to talk about our imaginary life. And then for what I'm going to stay in, I'm going to live in a shack. So how I'm going to marry Luke, the great physician, and we gonna live in a shack, right? So anyways, that's just to kind of bring you back to, you know, those childhood days of when we used to play these games trying to determine our life and what our lives are going to be like. So as we can see, you know, it's not real. But I do remember being in middle school, and because I like these guys, and you know, and what one thing we would do, we would try to cheat. We were like, you know, we would try to put the people and put our numbers and stuff in a strategic place, and then we would pick like, okay, I'm gonna pick number 2 or number 4, because then we know we can do the process of elimination and kind of know what we're gonna get. So I remember that when I would get the M.A.S.H card, and it like, oh yes, I'm going to marry him, you know, I really love him, we're going to live in a mansion, we're going to do all these other things, it seemed so real to me because that's what I wanted, right? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to be with. You know, this is kind of how I wanted my life to unfold. So needless to say, I never married my middle school sweetheart. I'm not even going to say his name. I'm not driving a Lexus. I'm not living in a mansion. And I think I put like, I never wanted kids. So I put like 0, but I got a daughter. So, hey, that was not my plot in life. So, but as I was thinking about this game, the M.A.S.H game, and thinking about our lives today as adults, I can see us sometimes playing that M.A.S.H game in our minds. When we meet somebody, or when we have a desire to be in a relationship or be with somebody, we begin to formulate opinions. We begin to formulate this life that we want with this person. And before we even get the things that set in stone of how this person truly feels about us, and, you know, learn anything about this person, know about them, you know, what are their intentions, we're already planning. Okay, you know, we gonna get married next year. Oh, so and so, she gonna be my best my maid of honor. He's gonna be my best man. So we're already in our mind creating this life that we want, but there is no substance to say that this is the life that you're actually going to get. So this is where we come from, talking about my imaginary life. This is a life that you've created in your head. This is a life because, and I think that it stems from wanting something so bad. Okay. And I'm 38 years old, and I have a desire to be married. You know, that's my desire. It's like, you know, God, I'm a wife, you know, I want to be a wife. I want to have that family. I grew up with my mom and my dad, and, you know, it's having a family, and that's my desire. That is my heart's desire. I want it. But sometimes we can place our desires so high up in our mind that the first person that shows us a little bit of attention, or the person that we feel we click with, we vibe with, we just think that, oh, this got to be the one, you know, because it's that desire there to be in a relationship. And And when we do that, we begin to put ourselves out there a little too soon. We begin to do things for them soon, like give them money. Oh, I'm going to help you out. Whatever you're trying to do, I'm going to help you. I'm going to be there because we want to show this person that I'm down for you. I'm your ride or die, right? So we put ourselves out there because we want this person to see that, oh, I'm a great catch, or I can help your life, I can benefit your life, so I'll be there for you. So what we do is we begin to imagine these things in our mind. Imagine taking care of them, imagine cooking for them, and just being there, being everything for them. So we create this imaginary life in our mind, but we have nothing there to sustain that this is actually what God has intended for our life. Or, and I'm not even gonna go before I get religious on you, before I get spiritual, we don't even know if this is what the person really wants. You see what I'm saying? Is he or she really interested in you? Is he or she really wanting to build a relationship with you? So what you have to do, and first of all, and I want to read scripture. We know in Hebrews 11:1 it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? So when we do that, and this is, I love how my pastor breaks it down. He said, it's certain things that we can have faith for, that when we pray about it, it can happen. Things that belong to us, that is within our territory, that God has already ordained or said that it is ours. But we cannot control people. We cannot make people want to be with us. We cannot make people want to be in our lives. So when it says now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, okay, your faith is the substance of what you want, and that's wanting to be married, okay? Have faith for that. Trust in God and have faith in the fact that, God, I want to be married. I want to be in a good relationship. I want to be with somebody that truly loves me. But you cannot do all of these things in the name of faith when you're trying to convince somebody that you are the one for them. It don't work like that. And that's where a lot of us go wrong. We feel that, especially women, and I know with this situationship stuff, men can be bamboozled into situations or trick themselves into situations. But for women, it's like more, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's more prone to happen with women because most women have that desire to really be married, right? So it's just like we just do everything for these guys because our desire is to be married. But we don't know what their intentions are. And that was what I put on my paper. First, you need to know what this person's intentions are concerning you. Maybe they just want to kick it with you. Maybe they just want to Netflix and chill. Maybe they just want to be your friend, right? You have to know what a person's intentions are for you before you begin to create this imaginary life. Stop cutting out their heads on pictures and putting them on photo albums. I didn't do that. I just want to let y'all know I did that, but I saw that on last holiday. She did that. So, but I believe that some people do. You are already imagining, oh, this my man, and especially us in the church. Lord, I thank you. This is my husband. We're going to be together. I'm going to pray for him, but all the signs are there to let you know this person really is not that into you. He's just not that into you. So what you got to do is you got to bring your heart back. You got to reel your heart in. Begin to think straight. Because when your heart is all into what you are imagining and what you want, you don't think straight. And we, like in our last video we did about situationships, are you in a situationship? You're not thinking. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. And you're thinking with your heart. You're thinking with what you want. But you are letting all the red flags fly right by you. Fly right by you. Fly right by you. And because you are so gung-ho that this person is the one, you will see the red flags, but then you will try to put a religious spin on it and say, Lord, I'm praying for him that he gonna change. Lord, I'm praying for her that she gonna change their heart. Yeah, we know that the word of God says the heart of the king is in the hand of God. But God is not going to go against anybody's will. If they don't want to be with you, they don't want to be with you. So that's why it is so important, before you begin to start letting down your guards, before you start pouring out, before you start giving people money, taking care of their kids. Okay, yeah, I know I'm in somebody Kool-Aid. Before you start going, acting like the wife or acting like the husband, like, y'all already, got the ring on it and, y'all already signed the documents and all this other stuff. Before you begin to do all of that, you better know this person's intentions for you. You better know it. And like in the last video, ask questions. Watch their actions. See how they treat you. And then if it's not lining up with what you are imagining in your head, you're going to like shut that imagination down. Like, girlfriend, a boyfriend, bring myself in. They ain't about that life. They may be about it, but they ain't about that life with you, So today I just wanted to just share this because I believe a lot of us are living in an imaginary world because of our desires. Our desires have taken the forefront of our instincts. Our desires have taken the forefront of our wisdom, our smarts. Some things just wouldn't pass by us if we were thinking with the right head, if we were thinking in our right mind. We want to allow certain things to happen or certain things to go on or create these situationships in our lives. And one thing that I had to do in my situationship, when it ended, I was brokenhearted. Yeah, I was brokenhearted. But I could not even be mad at the person. You know why? Because I created this. I created it. I created the imaginary life. I took on the role and the responsibility of being this person's wife, when this person was not showing me any signs that he was willing to marry me. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And it happens so much now that, we're putting out, we're doing so much for people that don't even have intentions of being with us long term. So then after they use us, they abuse us, we get mad, we bitter, we want to blame them, we don't want their lives to go right. No, you can't do that. First thing, and I thank God for this, even when I had to go through it, God would always make me take responsibility for my actions. He would always bring, Monique, I was showing you. I was trying to grasp your attention. But because this is what you wanted so bad, you decided to keep moving forward. You decided to be used and abused. So whose fault was that? Nobody's but my own. So what we have to do when we are trying to get out of situationships or trying to prevent ourselves from being in situationships, or if you've been in one and you're going through that hurting process, first of all, you got to take responsibility for yourself. I am so tired of seeing women and men dog the other sex out because they got hurt. Yeah. I understand that sometimes you may have gotten blindsided by certain things, but a lot of things you saw the red flags, but because you wanted this person so much, you decided to keep moving forward. So the first thing, and the first thing for you to kind of move forward is own up to it. And that was the hardest thing. My heart was broken. I'm like, no, Lord, he can't prosper. Lord, no. And the Lord was like, you finished? Like, yes, Daddy. Take responsibility. But take responsibility. That was a hard thing. That was a hard pill for me to swallow, to take responsibility for my actions. But I had to do it. I had to do it. And from that point, I was able to move forward. You see what I'm saying? Without being bitter towards him, without praying ill will towards him, because I had to take responsibility for my actions. I had to pull down those strongholds that I created. I had to pull down that imaginary life that I created with him when he was showing me the signs that he was not interested anymore. You feel me? So today, I just want to encourage you. I don't know what situation you may be in. You may be in a situationship right now with somebody where you want it to work, but all the signs are pointing to, he or she may not be that interested in you. And I'm just telling you, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your situation and know, I'm worth more. I'm worth more than what I am settling for. I am worth more than what I am putting up with. You don't have to put up with it. I promise you, you don't have to put up with it. And I promise you, if this person is not for you, release them. And that was the biggest thing. When my situationship ended, the Lord told me, you got to release them. You got to release them. You release them so that you can find, or God can bring that right person in your life, and that they can find and God can bring the right person in their life. We have to stop creating these situationships when we see the evidence that is not going anywhere. It's not for us. You got to bring your heart back in. Bring your heart back and begin to think with wisdom. Yesterday, the elder at our church, he talked about seeking the counsel of God. Seek God's wisdom. Seek counsel from God. And I'm actually working on a book now. I'm not going to give a lot of information about it, but this book is going to bless your life. It's going to bless your life. And if only I would have seek the counsel of God, listen to God, not listen to my emotions, not listen to the desire of just wanting to be married, I wouldn't have stayed in what I stayed in as long as I did. I could have probably been married by now. So today I just want to encourage you, stop creating imaginary lives. Live in the reality of what you're in. Know what you're in. And if your reality is this person is not that into me, this person really doesn't want to be with me the way that I want to be with them, cut them ties. Clip, clip, clip. Cut them off. Move on with your life. Yeah. Just that simple. I know you're like, oh, but my heart is in it. Cut the ties. It's going to hurt, but you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be with somebody that really loves you. You do. Keep your desires in God. Keep your what you want in God and trust him with the process. Trust God with your desires. Don't let your desires be so high at the top of your list that you don't even want to listen to God. You don't want to see the red flags. You just put blinders on because it's not what you want to see. Okay? But I just want to encourage you. I want to help you. Like I said, this is on my heart. Because I'm not just talking about one situationship. I'm talking about situationships throughout my life. I had to sit back and do a self-evaluation with Monique. Monique, why do you keep getting yourselves caught up in these situationships? You know your worth. You know you're more valuable. But what's the problem? And it was because I was putting my desires so far up there that I wasn't listening to God. I wasn't listening to him. I wanted what I wanted. And I was going to go after it at any cost. But every time, hear me, every time that I decided to move forward in the things that God was trying to show me not to move forward to, I was always the one ended up brokenhearted, disappointed by myself. So this cycle is not going to continue. Not only in my life, but in the lives of those of you that are ready for a change. Those of you that want something that is real, something that you deserve. The cycle ends. Make up in your mind, I'm not dealing with this no more. I'm not going to get myself caught up with this anymore. It can happen. It can happen. So this is your girl Monique, Uplifted Moments with Mo. Just want to talk to you about my imaginary life. You don't want to have an imaginary life. You want a real life. A real life. Someone that you can really build with. Someone that is committed to you. But somebody that's going to love you. All of you. You deserve it. Right? So if you would like to share your story, even if you're in a situationship or were in a situationship and you want to share your story, hit me up. upliftedwithmo@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook, Monique Walker, or Uplifted with Mo, or direct message me. And we'll share your story. We want to encourage people. We want to get enough of this out in the atmosphere that it will begin to break situationships. You hearing me? It will begin to disassemble situationships. People are like, no. That's a situationship. Bye-bye. Keep it moving. Right? So, you guys, I honestly love you. And again, this is my heart. This is my passion. Just want you guys to be free. I want you guys to walk in freedom, walk in wholeness. Be who God called you to be, and be with someone that really wants to be with you. So this is your girl Monique, and I will see you later on this week when we do our interview with Pastor Jamie and Christy Wheeler of I think they're in Somerville, South Carolina. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.